Hey everyone, Greg here. So if you're a homeowner or a real estate investor, let's talk about what renovations actually make money and increase the value of that property. So I think a real important question to ask is why? Because right now with the real estate market being what it is, houses are selling, like even just like normal houses, like not houses that are trash, but like just like normal looking houses are selling for like way above asking price. So I think it's important to look at, well, if, let's say for example, your house is listed at 500 and your neighbor's house is listed at 500. Well, if your house is renovated, then that house is going to sell for more, or buyers going to be more willing to pay more than for a house that's not renovated. Let's say it was like last updated in 2000 or whatever. So let's look at a couple of renovations that can be affordable, and I'll just run you through real quick what people are actually going to pay and maybe a little bit of the cost that's actually going to take to do these. So flooring is a big one. People pay for flooring. So for example, luxury vinyl plank right here, you can get them, used to be like low $2 for to do flooring, and right now it's probably high twos, $3 a square foot. So you've got a 1,000 square foot house at $3 a square foot. You can put that in all yourself. You only spend about $3,000 worth of flooring, but it's going to totally transform the look of the property. And the next we have is cabinets. This is really big for flips. This isn't necessarily like the biggest thing, for rentals or for if you're just a, homeowner. But I do recommend, like if you've got some more outdated cabinets, just paint them and put new hardware on. And that honestly changes the look a ton. And then maybe just do like a new countertop or something. This is not one of my properties. This is just a property I'm working on. But we're doing new cabinets here. You can see these new handles, like, handles $3, $5, $6 a piece, whatever they are. I don't even know nowadays. I hate to say prices because everything's changing so frequently. But you can get these cabinets, in-stock cabinets, at Lowe's. They'll go ahead and design them for you, and you don't pay anything for that. Lowe's or Home Depot does it. It's probably $1,800, $2,000 worth of cabinets here, and then you just install them yourself. Really not that hard, especially if you're, just doing setting lowers and stuff. All you do is literally just set them and then screw them in the wall and then just make sure they're level. That's really all that takes. So that is a big money maker, is the cabinets, as well as the countertops. You can do like a DIY. Granted, if you've got like a shorter section, it's where they actually just cut down a section. So if it's like less than like 5 feet or 6 feet or something, whatever sections they come in there. But if it's something bigger, you can do, spend the extra money on a quartz if your neighborhood demands it. Or you can do concrete. We're actually doing concrete in this house here because this is an apartment. This is gonna become a rental here. So we're doing concrete here, and then we're gonna do a backsplash. Because this set of tile here, this is $15. Each box of these is $15 worth of tile. So doing a backsplash is really affordable. So far we're at flooring increases the value of the property, kitchen increases the value of the property, a backsplash increases the value of the property. So all those seems like big, high ticket items that are gonna cost a lot of money, but they're really not. You're adding a couple $1,000s worth of flooring, a couple $1,000s for kitchen, countertop, whatever you do there, and then a backsplash. And so those are some really easy DIY projects. And then also, new light fixtures or ceiling fans or things like that are very, very appealing. Not necessarily going to add a ton of money or add a ton of value to the property, but definitely a good selling point. Being like, oh, it's updated, it looks nice, and that's really the goal. Is that like you look at this, you're like, oh wow, it looks decent. Not including the flooring, but everything else, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, the wall color's okay, the light fixtures are okay, yada, yada, yada. And then there's a couple really highlights. People are gonna pay a lot for that. The next would be bathrooms. Again, bathrooms are not nearly as expensive as people think they're going to be. This bathroom, this was a really cheap vanity here, and vanities are super easy. This is what you do. You buy the box at Home Depot, the vanity or Lowe's, and then you literally set it here, and then you just pay a plumber to hook up your faucet and then your water and your drain down there. And it's really, really easy. And then just get a nice light fixture, under $50 at Home Depot or Lowe's, and just hang it. And so I'm torn here between doing a tile and doing a shower surround. Mark from Invest for More, I don't know if you've seen any of his content. He is a big real estate investor. I think he's out in Colorado. He was saying that they were running a lot of data and they didn't see a big difference in the sale price between a shower with the fiberglass surround or a tile shower. And if you're gonna pay somebody to do a tile shower, that's significantly more expensive. But if you're gonna do it yourself, it's actually cheaper to do tile than it is to do a fiberglass surround, which is funny. So if you learn how to tile, you can save a ton of money and get some really good looking products in your houses. Even if you're just gonna sell or whatever. And then this is what, just in case, just as a quick, if you're looking to see what the mold for a concrete countertop looks like, that is this. As you can see, we're not poured yet and it's still dirty. But essentially that's how it looks like when you build a mold in the concrete counter. I got a link for that up in this it's in one of these two corners here, if you want to watch me build one of those. And what I want to show you in this room is just to replace the outlet covers, or excuse me, the outlets and then the covers, and then as well as the switches. Like I personally prefer the rocker switches. I just think they look a little bit fancier, but here they wanted the toggle switches here. But each of these are a couple of dollars and the wall plates are really, really cheap. And honestly, if you're not that comfortable working with electrical, there's tons of tutorials on YouTube on how to replace like an outlet or a light switch or something like that, and then you just cut the breaker. Like if you cut the breaker to the whole house, there's no power going through there. It's a lot less of a risk. But if you're not comfortable with it, then just pay an electrician. But there's tons of tutorials everywhere. And so it's just a nice cheap way to increase the value of a house and not spend a ton of money, because that's always the goal, because you don't want to increase the value of the house by $50,000, but spend $50,000 on a brand new kitchen. So now if your interest is piqued and you're interested in DIYing a kitchen, I have a video that shows the entire cost breakdown of what it costs me to do a kitchen. So I go through and run through all those numbers and I show those to you, and then hopefully you guys are able to recreate that and know exactly how much it will cost you to do your kitchen. So if you're interested in that, make sure to click that right here. Thanks so much for watching.